Farming Simulator 15 Map Spotlight. Before I jump into the map, and I'll be mentioning this in the Let's Play episode as well, in between the last Map Spotlight and this one, and it's only been maybe 10-15 minutes, the game's updated to version 1.2, and you'll probably notice the controls are slightly different. They've unbugged it, so now the stuff that is keyboard only is actually appearing as keyboard only. And something I never knew happened, you can lower the tailgate of the pickup. You'll notice it's white, it came with the map, bonus. Unfortunately, it's no longer the Driftmobile. Rest in peace, Driftmobile, you will always be drifty in my heart. So, this is, to get to the map now, this is the Mahoe Community. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's either Mahoe or Mahoe or Mahoe. Mahoe. You go, Mahoe. This is a New Zealand themed map. It's not based on any particular area of New Zealand, it's kind of generally all around New Zealand. So let's have a look around. You'll notice that pretty much everything's bunged up on one side of the map, which I don't particularly mind. Which side of the road do they drive on in New Zealand? New Zealand road rules apply, that doesn't help. I think they drive on the right. It was made by NZL Smith. And ooh, actually, before we go looking at the map, I want to show you guys something I saw that was pretty funny. This was when I was just messing about. You'll notice I've only got $10,000, there's a reason, or 10,000 euros. So, Farming Simulator will never catch on. Yeah, right. So, I actually bought a chainsaw just to check what the trees are, and you'll see they are 2015 spec. I'm getting to the habit of checking that. Now, this is not a sample mod map, as I mentioned in the previous map spotlight. Anything that appears in my game as a sample mod map is just going to be deleted immediately. So let's go have a look around this map. So there is the BGA, and I'm gonna have to try and find a way in there. The fields are all sectioned off by ditches, and whoa. What's going on in this field? So this field is a bit flooded and muddy. That's a nice bit of detail. I've got to hand it to you, NZL Smith, I believe was your name. Nice bit of detail right there, I do like that. So, I'm going to try and dig my way out of this ditch. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to try and dig my way out of this ditch. There we go. Farming Sim version 1.2, you probably all got it by now if you got the Steam version. If you don't, go on to the Farming Sim website and download it. Apparently a lot of the physics bugs have been fixed, such as the drifting. As you can see, Driftmobile has been killed, unfortunately. So here's the shop, and Driftmobile's mostly been killed, it's been resurrected for me. Here's the shop. The way in is somewhere. Nice little American style petrol station there. Does this work? No. No missions on this map, but they include the missions board for some reason. So this looks like a way in here. So here is fertilizer and seeds, plenty of that. Here is the biomass heating plant as well as Mahoe Station. So that's obviously a train station of some description. You can sell things. These two, that's probably an all-inclusive sell point. The other two might be beets and potatoes. So the shop is in here. Nice big plaza for no reason whatsoever. Quite nice. I know the map's a bit plain, but it is quite large, and we'll get to the rest of it in a little while. Here's that billboard again. The driftmobile is still kind of drifty, so it's not completely dead. A lot of NI modding objects I see. Those are NI modding's houses. So here is the brewery, I believe it was marked as. Yes, the brewery. So you can drop off presumably grains there. Overlapping textures as always. I'm pretty sure there's no way to avoid that when making a map. That's nice use of the houses to make it a housing estate. Here's the sawmills. So here's where you can drop off your logs. Rather nice looking. Kind of. It's a bit of a shame there's no train or anything to send off for extra cash monies, but hey, Matt makes his decision. And to be honest, I don't blame them for not putting it in. Is there an indication outside they drive on here? They drive on the right. Okay. So I was driving on the correct side at the start. So over here is the garden centre. I still have no idea how to get into the BGA, so let's just continue on. Here's the garden centre. You can buy your pallets of tree saplings there and plant them wherever on the map you so wish. Don't know if those seed pallets work, you'll have to find that out for yourself. And over here, welcome to Mahoe Biogas. Okay, so this is the biogas entry to the biogas plant. All these trees have collisions. They are 2015 spec, every single one of them. And you, whoa, this is different. So here are the silos, and don't even start to ask me how they work. I have no idea. I've got a feeling I'm going to investigate this in the future. This is a nice looking map. It fits a lot of my likes, shall we say. I haven't looked at the log. I don't think I need to. It was on FSUK. It was gold standard. Normally that means there are either no or very few log errors. So if I don't know something gold standard from FSUK, it's not going to get checked. It's going to fall through the cracks, I suppose. So let's go down and have a look at the cow area. And there's a forestry area here as well. Wait a second. No way. There is no way that they've done this. I have to check this now. You know how I am. I think they've made this forestry area viable. Not viable, viable. Purchasable. No. It's just marked as a field. So you can... Oh, this is the least safe roadway I've ever seen in Farming Simulator. Wow! So you can just about cross that. Wow. That's insane attention to detail that they've actually put in a river crossing essentially, and hope it doesn't kill this. Oof, just about get across. That's a bit dangerous. So, let's go down and have a look at cows now, and let's take a different route because the pickup gets stuck there. Let's hopefully pick a different route with the pickup. I don't have any tractors down. There are no tractors to spawn at the cows. I've already had a look around the starter vehicles before I started this. And no, that's not going. I'm stuck. So let's have a look at the starter vehicles. You get a Sampro C6. There's a header outside this building. You also get the obligatory. I'm gonna get out. The obligatory Agrostar and a 700 kilo weight. The obligatory Hurleyman and the obligatory Brantner. Now over here, if we go out, you'll see this is where we started in the first place. Here's the header for the C6, the obligatory Vitus M, the Cockerling Trio, and ooh, something's causing a bit of lag. Either that or it's just a bit weird stuttering because of VSync or something. Here is a fertilizer spreader. I'm not quite sure what's causing that stuttering. So over here we'll switch to the rest of the starter vehicles. You get a T4. You also get front loader for T4 and an inexplicable base bike. You get a Eurobus 330, Fire Dragon, and you get a more. Now these two vehicles, or two pieces of equipment, are essential at the start. And I like the way the map maker's done this. Now why are they essential? Look at the map. You don't own anything. You don't start off with a field. You have to buy every field that you want. You can start off with grass. You can start off mowing grass, I believe. And in an unusual step, because you guys know I never test functionality of options. These are NI modding sheds, by the way. I recognise these. Slightly reskinned NI modding sheds, but they are NI modding sheds nonetheless. Just fold this up and check out whether or not you can mow grass. And I know this is something I never ever do. I never check functionality, but you know, it is FSUK gold standard, so I know the log is fine. I know pretty much everything is fine. I just want to check if grass on a field you don't own can be cut. Yes, it can. And I'm liking the texturing there. So, when you start this map, you're going to want to be cutting a lot of grass. Now, luckily, there's a lot of grass on the map. And I think I'll be keeping this map in my maps folder, or my mods folder. I may actually create a separate maps folder just for my own reference, so they don't have a million maps show up at the start of every game and spend half an hour trying to load the damn thing. Because that's something that will eventually happen. So, I'm going to stop there. And this is the sheep area up here, by the way. I'm going to use the T4 as transport now that the pickup is stuck. So, normally I complain about not having too many options at the start. I think actually starting off as a grass mower man, that kind of works. So over here there is biogas, or silage silo. You wouldn't know it, but I've seen enough of these open air silos in game to know that's an open air silo. Great jump silage there. Bring it to the biogas plant if you want, or bring it down the entire length of the map to the thing. The cows. So this is going to be a bit of a longer map spotlight than it looks like. Because, well, I got the pickup stuck and there's no real way to free it at the moment. So there are only 7 actual fields that you can grow crops in. At the start of the map anyway. If I were playing it, I'm definitely going to keep this map. Oh no, there's 12. I only just spotted the cluster of them down at the bottom left. If I was playing this map, I'm definitely going to keep it. I'm definitely going to do a lot more testing on it, because well, this one has potential. Have I gone the wrong way? Yes, I have. I'm going to keep hold of this map. This is a map with a lot of potential. Can I get to the main patch here? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to actually do something. Yeah. I'm going to bring it over to what I can only describe as the main farm. It's not where any vehicles are kept at the start. The vehicles are kept at the sheep and the house. You can see there's a contracting yard as well. So this is the cropping farm I'm heading over to. So you have to start off as kind of a contractor and mow all the grass and collect it up and do whatever you want with the grass then. It's an unusual way to start a map, I must admit, but oh, another 4. This map just keeps getting nicer and nicer to me, I must say. So here is your cropping farm up here. It's more in our motting sheds. And oh, I think I recognize these. Yes. This is nice. Crop storage in order from left to right. So barley and wheat go in this shed. And then you get corn and canola. Then in this third shed over here, sugar beet and potatoes. Now I know that there's a lot of crop in there, because I started this game on easy, I always do. Seeds and fertilizer there. There's few, I don't think there is any. So that's a nice little touch for the crops, so you will have to have some form of wheel loader or something to load up your trailers to sell the crops. Now I know that the mod thing, what am I thinking about? I've forgotten the name for it. Conveyor belt. Yes, I am this stupid sometimes. The conveyor belt mod is out and available, and you can get it. That's a viable option. I think I'll stick for the time being to using the wheel loader or the telehandler to do that kind of work. I think the conveyor belt mod's a bit cheaty, in my opinion. So let's go back through this ford again. Can cut down the trees. I know the prices of the trees have been slashed in version 1.2. If you do not defoliate the trees, you will not get as much money. If you bring an entire tree to the logging plant, you will not get as much money. So my cheaty tactics have been ruined. As well as my cheaty tactics of using the demand missions, because they've changed the prices and the rewards. Oh well. Let's play is going to get a lot more interesting from now on. So let's go down and look at the cow farm, the dairy. The chickens are at the house, and I'm just going to bring you guys down to the dairy and we'll end the video there, because then we've seen pretty much everything on the map. There's a field 46, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm going to leave that as something for you guys to investigate. If you look at the map, you will see field 22, and just to the east of that, at the east, the west, the left, there is a muddied field by the looks of it, and that appears to be field 46. So, oops, I'm going to leave that for you guys to investigate, because I don't really have the time to be going all the way over there and then back down to the dairy. So let's have a look at how you get there. Continue on this road, or do you cut off through the thing? You cut off through the thingy, you cut off through this forestry area over here, or along this dirt path. I can accept this. A lot of the farms near me, and a lot of the farms I've seen, don't have... Well, they do have paved roads, but they're not particularly well kept. They're usually gravelly dirt paths. So I can accept that. There's bale storage there if you want to use it as bale storage. Another silage bunker there. Hold on, heading the right way. I think this is a run for the cows along here. But I'm not sure. So let's have a look around here at the cow area. So there's a decent bit of storage, I must say. And this is... Whoa. Oops. Well, I'm now stuck in the slurry pit. So you get 3 slurry pits by the looks of things. I'm presuming that all fill up at the same rate. That wasn't the smartest thing ever for me to do, because I wasn't paying attention. So there's another silage, 2 silage bunkers here. I'm on foot for the rest of this because I don't have a spare tractor down here. 2 silage bunkers. There's a feeding trough of some description for the cows in this field here. Looks like it's grass. I don't know if the water mod's installed. It could be. That could be for water. So you can feed the cows in over here. How do you get in here with the tractor? So there's a gate there. No good. What? Okay. Is there any way in here with a tractor? Let's have a look. There's a muddy patch here, so that means that there is intention for a tractor to get through. Oh, you get in over here from the silage pit. Okay, I can accept that. And bit stolen from some pig mods over here. Yeah, this is a good map. This is going to be kept. Yeah, I'm liking the level of detail in comparison to the amount of stuff. I mean, this is a full-size map and there's a decent bit of detail. Not Chris 7710 level because he's got 980s. He's a bit insane and by his own admission a bit OCD. But yeah, it's a map I'm definitely going to keep. And I may throw a save game on here. Just have a look around properly. So I suppose I'll finish up by saying I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching your Farming Simulator 15 map spotlight on the Mahoe Community. Is it the Mahoe Community? Yes. The map download link, map link, will as always be in the description of this map. Please comment, like and subscribe and all that stuff if you have any questions or anything, which I might not be able to answer your questions, but feel free to ask. Don't ask what my favourite map is. It's so far overall it's probably this one. I haven't found the perfect map yet, but one that I consider brilliant. This is very good. This is the standard setter for all the maps so far because the detail and the elevation changes and the challenge is all there. If you know what I mean. And it's just got features that I like. I like the layout of the map. So, the map link has always been in the description. Please comment, like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask, either in the comments, or you can send me a message, or you can contact me on Twitter. My Twitter is in the description as well. Feel free to follow me there if you want. It's at @rainbow_Dave, because somebody took Rainbow Dave already. And Rainbow Dave Gaming is too long for Twitter. I have tried. So yeah, I will see you then, well, in map spotlight trim, the next time I find a decent map. One that doesn't just show up as sample mod map, because they're being ignored now, as I've mentioned multiple times. Thank you once again for watching, and goodbye! If you were wondering, I'm not going to try and rescue either of the vehicles. I'm going to start over, if I do start a save game. This is in my map spotlight spot. It's in my spot.